What's up guys, welcome back to Half Man Half Tech. So today we finally have a new watchOS update, and it's watchOS 7.4 beta 6. That's the update that I'm going to be talking about today, but that's not all that Apple released today. So if we go to the Apple developer website that you're seeing here, these are all the softwares or updates that Apple released today. We have macOS Pixel 11.3 beta 6, we have iOS 14.5 beta 6, as well as iPadOS 14.5 beta 6, and of course watchOS 7.4 beta 6 and tvOS 14.5 beta 6. Now what's interesting or what's good about these updates is that Apple actually released them all to public beta testers and to developer beta testers. So irregardless of the profile you have, whether it's a developer beta profile or a public beta profile, you can actually get these updates should you wish to. So I have the developer profile here, and so I got the updates. Now for me, on my Apple Watch Series 6 that you're seeing here, I was updating from watchOS 7.4 beta 6, and the update size, I believe I took a picture just before doing the video, and you can see here that the update size came in at around 114 megabytes, and it's for the Series 6 coming from Series 5. If we go into settings and go back and try to see the about section or the new build number that came with this update, you can see the new build number that we have here, and it's 18T5193A. We have a back-to-back A update, and before that, just in case you are curious, the build number that we have was 18T5190A. So the last three are actually what changed on the build number. On beta 5, the last three digits were 90A, and on this beta 6, the last three digits are 93A. So that's what's just changed on the build number version, and the rest remain more or less the same. And if we go back just to see how much storage this update is taking, we just want to make sure that it's not taking an abnormal amount of storage. I know what it was before, and as you can see, used is about 3.5 gigs, so it's not taking so much, and that's a good thing. Now when it comes to new features and changes that came with watchOS 7.4 beta 6, there's quite a bit, and I want to share them with you right now. The first one has to do with Siri. In fact, with this update, Siri was updated quite significantly, and let me show you what you can actually do with Siri. So on your iPhone, which actually has iOS 14.5 beta 6, if you go into the settings and go to where it says Siri and search right there, and select where it says Siri voice. So if you select Siri voice, you notice that we have more Siri voices right here. Before this, what you see here is voice 1, voice 2, voice 3, and voice 4 used to actually be called male and female. So we only had two categories, but as you can see here, we have more voices that were added, and it's good. So what I noticed with this update on the Apple Watch on Siri, if you select like voice 1, let's select it just to know how it sounds.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
So that's voice 1, and then this.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Okay, voice 2, voice 3.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
And then voice 4.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Yeah, so that's how the voices are. So for example, if we select voice 1.
I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
And then activate Siri on the Apple Watch. So what's the time today?
It's 18:39.
Okay, so you can see the time, and you heard the voice, the type of voice that we have. And if we select, for example, voice 4.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
And then go to the Apple Watch and do the same command. What's the time?
It's 18:39.
So you can see that the Siri on the Apple Watch will take the same voice that you have selected on the iPhone. I'm not sure if you can do the same changes here if you go into settings and then go to Siri right here. So if you select Siri and go all the way down to where you see Siri voices. So you can see the different voices that we have, American, Australian, and if you go down, you will see the same layout for the number of voices that we had on the iPhone. So you can see how similar they look here: voice 1, voice 2, voice 3. Keep in mind that if you select, for example, South Africa like this, you will notice that the voices change. So we just have two voices and it's the same on the
I'm
iPhone.
Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Okay, so as you can see, for South Africa we only have two voices, but for America
I'm Siri. Choose the voice
it's
you'd like me to use.
actually a little bit too loud. But yeah, I was just illustrating that on the Apple Watch you can actually do the same changes when it comes to settings and Siri, and you go to where it says Siri voice. You just gotta choose the one that you want, and it's good that Siri no longer sounds like just some robot or some OS speaking to you. It sounds more natural to me in this aspect. When you are actually searching for navigation on a specific destination, to be specific with this update, we are talking about like airports or other centers that have been added to the Maps update and Siri update, you'll be able to get the COVID alert and what precautions you need to do. So for example, you can see that for YVR, you actually need to wear a face mask and keep physical distancing. So these have been updated, and I'm sure when you're getting your directions, and of course once you click start or get directions, then the Apple Watch will start to give you step-by-step navigation, and also when you get to a specific turn, it will vibrate just to let you know that hey, you are approaching a turn, so that you know that you need to slow down. So that is good. Now the next change that I have to mention has to do with Siri and WWDC 21. So for certain regions, it seems that Siri has been updated to sort of tell you when WWDC is going to be taking place this year. As you can see, we know the date that it's going to be June 7 to June 11, but for some reason I think I was able to reproduce this once. However, I didn't take a screenshot. So when I ask Siri when WWDC is, he just tends to tell me the old date. So look at this. When is WWDC?
Apple's 2020 Worldwide Developers Conference will be held online starting June 22nd. You can get all the details at apple.com.
Yeah, so my Siri still tells me for some reason the date for last year, 2020, and it's actually the same thing on the iPhone. So it seems to be like a region thing. I don't know why I'm not getting it, but for some people, they have reported that Siri has been updated with the latest WWDC date, which is good. And the last thing that I have to mention with this update has to do with the update itself. So the update was actually super smooth. It didn't take a long time to update, and even the preparation was actually like amazing. It's almost butter smooth, and these are A to A updates that we've had when it comes to the build numbers. So I'm happy with the update in itself, and when it comes to watchOS 7.4, it seems like Apple is onto something right now. Basically, this is how it came in for me on my Apple Watch Series 6. When it comes to some of the issues or bugs that I've been experiencing, I had one issue where I was actually trying to synchronize my Apple Watch to my iPhone. However, it would not accept. It had like a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth error. And after just multiple attempts, I was able to connect my device, and since then the error has not yet shown up. So that's the only bug that I actually found with this update, and besides that, I would say that this update is very smooth. Now the last thing that I would like to highlight when it comes to this update has to do with the ability to be able to update irregardless of my watch being lower than 50%. So I just had it connected to Wi-Fi and not even connected to a charger, but for some reason I was able to download the OS, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure if it's a bug or an issue. So when it comes to watchOS 7.4, the release candidate, I would say we're looking forward to an update perhaps the following week. That's when we are looking forward to a release candidate 1. If there is just one release candidate, then we can sort of expect it next week. We could see beta 7, but it's not like Apple. It's not something that's common. So hopefully next week we get the release candidate, and also possibly if there's an Apple April event, then we might know of the date by end of next week, and officially this update should be coming out in somewhere between this week or to perhaps the week of the 19th to the 22nd of April. So that's my rough prediction, and I really hope we get this update soon because it brings about a number of new features and changes. Now, other than that, that's about it for me. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Peace.